Alright, question 5 and 6, and there are some other examples, some exercises. Now, what I would suggest you to do is that try this out by yourself first by pausing this video, and once you're ready, resume the video and check your answer. Okay, let's try this out. 4x squared. What do I have to multiply together that gives me 4x squared? Two choices, 2x times 2x or 4x times x. So which one do you want to go first? How about trying 2x and 2x just for fun? Alright, and then I need 3. I'm going to use let's say 3 and 1. Alright, but if I use 3 and 1 plus and plus, it will not work because here I need a negative sign. So these have to be negative, negative. So after you multiply and add them together, you get a negative. So let's try this. This gives me negative 6x. That gives me negative 2x. Alright. So when I add them together, that's precisely negative 8x. Hooray! Alright, that's good. So now the answer to this will be, right, horizontally, that will become 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 1. I was lucky this time. I got it right in the first. Did you get it right in the first attempt? If you did, excellent. If not, try again. Okay. Now, next question, 6x squared plus x minus 2. Now, there are many ways that there are two numbers that I can multiply together to get 6x squared. It could be 6x and x, 3x and 2x. For this, I'm going to go for, let's say, 3x and 2x, for example. And then I'm going to have 1 and 2 here. Here's a negative, so one of these have to be plus, one of the sides have to be plus, one of the sides have to be negative to give you negative 2. So, for example, I can put a plus sign here and negative here, and just check whether it will work. Here's negative 2x. Cross multiply, give me 6x. If you add them together, oops, unfortunately, that's only 4x. That's 4x. That's a lot more than I needed. I only needed x. So that's no good. Let's try again. 3x times 2x. And on top I have 2. And below I'm going to have 1. On top I'm going to have plus 2, and below I'm going to have negative 1, for example. Try this again. Alright, 2x times 2, that gives me 4x. 3x times negative 1, that gives me negative 3x. That's going to work. Plus, when you add these two numbers together, you get x, precisely what I want. So the answer to this becomes horizontally 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 1. Okay, so that's the answer. Alright, if you have not tried this, pause the video again and try this thing out by yourself and then check the answer. If you're ready, then we go again. 3x, what do you have to multiply to get 3x squared? So how about 3x and x, and over here I need an 8. Something that multiply together give me 8. After cross multiply and added them together give me 10. Well, there could be many choices for this. I'm going to use 1 and negative 2 and 4, for example. Alright, 2 and 4, will that work? Plus, plus. If I multiply them together, this gives me 2x, this gives me 12x. Add them together, oops, 14x. 4 too many, so that's no good. Let's try again. How about 3x and x and up here I'm going to put negative 4, and here I'm going to put negative 2. Would that work? I think this might not work as well. Oh, this is sorry, this is plus 4 and this is plus 2, right? So that gives me 4x. This gives me 6x. Aha, that will work. 10x. So the answer to this will become 3x plus 4, one of the factor, and the other factor is x plus 2. Again, we consider this horizontally, like this, horizontally, right? Okay, next one. 6x squared minus 7x minus 10. What do I multiply together that gives me 6x? I'm going to consider 6x and x. Negative 10, I'm going to consider negative 5, how's that, plus 5 and minus 2, for example. This gives me 5x. This gives me minus 12x. Add them together, that gives me minus 7x. Hooray! That's okay. So the answer will be... Okay, now we come to question number 3. 3x squared minus 13xy plus 4y squared. The difference here is that now we have y terms and y squared term. In fact, the procedure is exactly the same. So we think about two terms that multiply together give me 3x squared. So I have, for example, 3x and x give me 3x squared. And 4y squared, I can do it as, for example, y and 4y. But because the middle term, the sign of the coefficient of xy is negative, I have to put a negative here and negative here. Otherwise, after I multiply, add them together, they will not get a negative sign. So x times y give me negative xy, and 3x times negative 4y give me negative 12xy. When I add them together, that is exactly minus 13xy. Hooray! That's the answer. So I will consider now the horizontally. Horizontally, the answer should be horizontally 3x minus y times x minus 4y. So here. Alright. Okay, do you get that right? Excellent. If you did, excellent. If you're not, try again after studying this. Now, next, question number 4. Question number 4 is similar to question number 3. I need to consider, for example, let's say 2x times x to give me 2x squared. And over here, negative 3y. I could have, for example, 3y and y, for example. Here, and then I need to put the sign in positive and negative, because here is negative. The coefficient of 3 is negative, so one of the sign have to be negative. So I can put plus here and minus here, for example. Just to give it a try. It may not work. 3xy, that will give me minus 2xy, plus almost the answer is xy. It's not negative. I need a negative. So I can consider switching the sign for the 3y and y. So now minus 3y, and here is plus y. Cross multiply, that gives me minus 3xy. This cross multiply give me 2xy, and you add them together, that give me exactly minus xy. Again, the answer in this case, the factors are 2x minus 3y times x plus y. That's it.